Let me tell you a story from the heart of Okudaye, a peaceful village tucked between old hills and whispering rivers, a place where the sun rises slow and every child knows every elder by name. In Okudaye, life was simple. People woke up with the crowing of cocks, children fetched water in clay pots, and at dusk, elders sat under the Iroko tree, sharing stories that stitched generations together. Among the many families in Okudaye lived Mama Tolu, a quiet but respected woman known for her deep knowledge of herbs and spiritual things. Her only daughter Tolu was a thoughtful girl, calm, kind, and full of questions. Unlike her friends who dreamt of city life and flashy things, Tolu was rooted, like the old baobab behind their hut. But not all hearts beat the same way. Tolu had two close friends, Zeno, bold and loud like a market bell, and Efe, sweet but always caught between sense and sensation. The three girls had grown up like yam tendrils from the same soil, always together. Yet lately something had started to shift. Zeno would sigh while pounding yam, staring into the distance. Efe would grumble about how this village life was choking her dreams. One day, without warning, something strange happened. A shiny black car rolled into Okudaye, the kind only seen in wedding posters or dream stories. It stopped near the old mission house that had been empty for years, and out stepped four girls, tall, light-skinned, and dressed in ways that made villagers pause mid-sentence. Their faces were painted like city queens, their hair long and flowing like silk from a river god's dream. Their names? Nobody knew, but the men soon called them the Gold Birds. They walked like they owned the wind and smiled like they had secrets tucked behind their teeth. They didn't speak much to the elders, didn't come to the stream, didn't kneel in greeting. They simply moved in, locked their doors, and only came out in the evenings when the moon began its climb. It didn't take long for stories to spread. Did you see their shoes? One girl whispered. I heard they use perfume that smells like mango and money, said another. Zeno and Efe were instantly captivated. Every evening they would stand by the path that led to the Goldbird's house, pretending to be passing by, hoping to catch a glance, a smile, a hello. But the Goldbirds never spoke. They only watched, with eyes that felt both warm and chilling. Mama Tolu, upon hearing the girls chatter one evening, warned Tolu, when a river runs backwards, even the thirsty man must wait. Beauty without roots is like a masquerade without music, confusing and dangerous. Tolu nodded, but Ife only rolled her eyes. Mama, this is not your time. The world has changed. And Zeno, she was already halfway gone. One market day, Zeno didn't return with the rest. Night came, then morning, and then another night. No one knew where she was. Her mother cried at the village square. The men grumbled and searched the bushes, but found nothing. On the third day, just as the cock crowed, Zeno returned. She was glowing, skin like polished bronze, her wrapper replaced by silk, and on her wrist a golden bangle that shimmered like river light. She smiled a little too long, walked a little too slow, and spoke like a parrot raised in Lagos. Where were you? Efe asked, running to hug her. With friends, Zeno replied, flashing her teeth. Real friends who see the world the way it is. She gave no other answers. The elders were suspicious, but the men? Oh, the men were spellbound. That night, more of them stood near the Goldbirds' house, and soon one of them vanished, just like Zeno had. Tolu couldn't sleep. She asked her mother, Mama, what's going on? Mama Tolu didn't answer immediately. She placed a calabash of water on the ground, threw in some cowries and chanted softly. After a long pause, she whispered, Something is here that was not born of this land. These girls, the Kikwas, they didn't come to live, they came to take. Tolu shivered. That evening, Efe received an invitation. A note slipped into her basket at the stream. No name, just a time and a location. She was to meet the Goldbirds. Zeno gave her a nod, smiling like a secret was dancing on her lips. Efe clutched the note like it was a key to a new life. Tolu begged her not to go. Don't you see? Something's wrong with Zeno. She's not the same. But Efe shook her head. You're just scared of change. And with that, She walked away. That night, the wind in Okudaye howled like it hadn't in years. Owls cried, dogs whimpered, and from the direction of the Goldbird's house, there was music. Low, slow, hypnotic. But Efe did not return, and neither did the man who had gone there earlier. Tolu couldn't sleep. Mama Tolu lit a sacred lamp and stayed up, eyes closed, chanting prayers older than time. By morning, the village was different. The sun rose, but the warmth didn't come with it. And more men were missing. Something had been set in motion, and at the center of it all were the Goldbirds. And so, with charm and silence, the strangers wrapped the whole village in confusion. But what happens when beauty hides a blade, and a smile is only the bait? In the next part, we'll follow Efe into the house beyond the curtains. What did she see? And why is no one who enters ever the same again? Stay close to the fire, my friend. Part 2 is coming soon.